Tulsa Welding School, and I'm Dale Brisby, greatest bull rider ever to walk the earth. You're watching season 3 of Top Welder. All right, here it is, round number 2. We're coming off of a win for Zoe and Bailey on round number 1, but it's wide open, okay? This is anybody's ball game. What we're making today is a branding pot. I need one for Radiator Ranch, and the best one here is going with me. You've got 60 minutes, you've got your materials, ready, set, go.
What do I do with my gloves?
It's gonna be 36. They said they're giving us 36 inches.
Oh, okay, sweet. I didn't know if you wanted to keep it smaller or not.
We got a big old 8 to 10 inch pipe over there that they're cutting up. They're gonna make me a branding pot, all right? This is where I'm gonna heat up my branding irons. That way I can put a brand on my cattle. That way any outlaw bandits can't come get them.
Let's get some plates so we can cut out the end pieces.
You wanna get the torch rolled over here?
60 minutes is what they have, and this is a project they should all finish. We'll see, but I imagine this will be one where you get to see some really top-notch welds. I'm anxious to see how this one turns out. This is one of those projects that you've got to do a lot of different things. You don't just weld. We don't have everything pre-cut where you just put it together like a puzzle and weld it. Any sort of additional creativity they want to add, like they put Radiator Ranch or Dale Brisby or Tulsa Welding School on the product, that's going to help. There's a column in that in the scoring for creativity.
The little pieces over there, this is a big one.
One thing to consider is round number 2, the points are worth twice as much as round number 1. Round number 3, the points will be worth 3 times as much. So it's gonna come down to the wire who takes away that full ride scholarship to Tulsa Welding School. Jamie, Shannon, you guys got second in the first round. What are you gonna do if you win?
Cry, probably.
Yeah. If you do win, you're gonna win a full ride scholarship to Tulsa Welding School. Do you feel like you're gonna take advantage of that or you're gonna give it away?
My plan would be to ultimately give it away, though. I think somebody else out there needs more than I do.
She's gonna give back. She's a giver, just like Dale Brisby. Not only the greatest bull rider of all time, but the most humble.
Cut on the outside of the circle.
Ooh, yeah, gotta get those cones nice and even. Acetylene was running for a minute, wasn't it? Can y'all smell that?
I cut 32.
That's fine, that's fine. That is gonna ensure we got enough.
Okay, that's enough?
No worries. Yeah, 32 is fine.
So are you just kind of getting it warm?
Heating it up before I cut it, so that when I do go to cut it, it's just one smooth cut.
If you win the full ride, are you gonna give it away?
I'm gonna give it to one of my students.
Give it back.
I'll use this to make the cut. You clean those up.
You gotta get that first hole punched through there. Oh, that's gotta be, yeah, it is. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. And we're rolling, You wanna go slow, but not too slow where that slag gets built up. What are you gonna do if you win the full ride scholarship?
Well, at my local career center where I went to school, where I took all my welding programs, there's a kid in the class that can't afford to go to school, but he's wanting to go to Tulsa. So I plan on giving him a $25
So you know the actual person. Hey! His name's what?
Jesus.
Jesus. If she wins, Jesus is gonna get a full ride scholarship. We're gonna be rooting for you. We're rooting for everybody, but wow, we even know who's gonna get to go if she wins. How's it looking today?
Good, it's going good.
Well, you're doing a great job. All your cuts really nice. Hey, if you win the full ride scholarship, what are you gonna do with it?
I think I'm gonna give it away to someone who really wants it. You know, I have a lot of followers who wanna get into the field but probably don't have the opportunity to do it. I'd rather just give it away to someone who's gonna use it.
Man, that's cool. Giving back. Well, keep cutting. I won't distract you anymore. You're doing great.
So we were gonna do like 30 inches long, right? The pipe's gonna be 30 inches long. Then we're gonna cut out, you know, the inside piece. So we'll do 2 pieces, 28 inches long. We'll go over from each end 4 inches and we'll turn them in.
In round number 1, a lot of them didn't get to finish their project, but if they can all see that this branding iron pot, they're gonna get to finish in the 60 minutes. They've already got most of their cuts done. We're 15 minutes in. So now it's just gonna be like fine tuning, getting the welds right. They're gonna get to take their time and really show off their abilities in how they finish out the next 45 minutes.
Crank it up. Crank that up.
Oh. Are you gonna cut out those circles?
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that now.
One thing that was neat about Zoe and Bailey in round number 1 was they communicated effectively and quickly in the beginning, and that's why they were the most complete. They ended up winning, and they're doing that same thing right now. They're communicating what each person needs to do to get the job done correctly.
Would you rather cut this with a torch? We can use the torch.
Yeah. I tell you what, let's drag it over to that area.
You can tell each one of these instructors is pretty seasoned. The way they handle their tools, the way they're working with their partner, they know what they're doing, they know how to use those tools. Each one of these projects are gonna be just to the 9. It took them 90 minutes in round number 1. That would have taken me 9 days.
Hey, did you put my striker in the bucket?
Oh, it's right there. I left it right there.
Hold this. Oh, sorry. Crank it this way. All the way around. You got it? I think so. A little faster.
No, I'm sorry.
Go a little faster.
Faster?
That's hot, yeah.
Zoe, how long you been an instructor with Tulsa Welding School?
Man, I've been with Tulsa Welding School going on 10 years now.
10 years. When you watch students come through the school, like how rewarding is it to see them leave a skilled welder?
Dude, I can't tell you the amount of pride that I feel, especially, you know, when you catch them at the beginning, they don't know anything about it. You watch their skill set develop as they progress through the program. But what's really cool is, yeah, it's cool to see them graduate. That's awesome. But it's when they've been out in the field, when they've been out in the industry, and they come back and they're like, you know, dude, I hated your guts whenever I had you as an instructor, but thank you so much for what you did teach me. You just can't put a price on that.
Does it matter if someone has no welding experience coming up to school?
No. If I had to pick whether I had an experienced student or a green, no welding experience, I would go with no welding experience.
Good job.
Shannon, how long have you been an instructor here?
I've only just started in April of
Okay.
2021.
What'd you do before that?
I was a combo pipe welder.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So you've been in the industry for a little while.
Oh yeah, over 20 years.
Wow. Freddie, how long have you been an instructor here with the Tulsa Welding School?
November the 14th be 15 years.
15 years.
15 years.
Wow. It's pretty rewarding to watch somebody go all the way through and graduate.
Oh,
isn't it?
absolutely.
Have you stayed in touch with anybody over the...
Oh, some of them students, they come back and tell me they did it, you know, they appreciate the things I did for them. You know, that's gratifying there.
That's when it's really pays
Yeah.
off. You see somebody still in the craft.
For real.
I can't wait to see which one of these I'm taking home to Radiator Ranch. I got some calves to brand, all right? And I need a branding pot. 7 months, that's not very long. You know, a lot of people go to school 4 years, but 7 months. Everybody's working, real quiet. They're all focused. I want to talk to them, but I don't want them to bark at me. Let's look at Jamie and Shannon. Having some welder problems? Here, maybe I can help you. Nope, don't know what I'm doing.
Let me get this out of here. Knock this other side up and we'll go with it, all right?
Still doing it straight up, right?
Yeah, I'm still doing it straight up. Let me get a hole started on here,
Then start doing this.
and then you can start welding that while I'm cutting. Just try not to move it, but I need to get the layout on it first.
It looks like James and Sarai. Am I saying your name right?
Sarai.
Sarai. Sarai. James and Sarai are the most completed so far. In round number 1, they were the least completed. So it looks like they're jumping ahead. They want to make sure that they're ahead of the game in round number 2. They're doing great. All right, we're 30 minutes through. 30 minutes, everybody! Looks like James and Sarai are the most complete. We've got Shannon and Jamie. They've got a little bit of welder problems, but we've got a technician coming in. Bailey and Zoe here are killing it. They're not quite as far into it as James and Sarai are, but they're almost there. Last but not least, Freddie and Courtney way ahead. Oh, they're already putting the legs on it. Man, I like the heights too. They're both working hard. Freddie said he needs some redemption. What are we doing here?
Making little hooks for to hold our branding irons.
Okay, you bet.
It's gonna sit straight up like this instead of sitting square like this.
I've not seen that. I cannot wait though. We'll see how the man runs his cutting torch. There's an art in how you run a cutting torch. I am no artist. Slag all underneath. I got a big scar on my foot just blowing slag into my boot. Because I got to shotgun my boots. Check it out. If you don't shotgun your boots, you ain't no cowboy. However, if you're also a welder, you get a lot of slag in there and it burns your feet. It's kind of a catch-22.
How's your wire, up or down?
Down.
Down? Likey?
There you go.
I'm gonna sit here and buff this part out after. And all we gotta do is just weld this around and put the legs on it and put that bar. So once I'm starting to do all this, you can start bending that piece because we already have the torch out, right?
Okay.
We got about 20, 25 minutes left. They've all got their pipes cut. They're cutting holes for the branding irons to go into the pot. Let's find out who's doing what in each project. What are you working on?
Right now I'm just getting these end caps on there. We had some technical difficulties, broke a nail, but I'll be fine.
Shannon?
Yes.
What are you working on?
The end piece right here for the
heat?
frame will go through, yeah.
Yep. What are you working on, Bailey?
A brand.
A brand. Nice.
They're a bit shorter,
That's
so
all right. Huh?
I cut 32
It's okay. It's
rather
okay.
than 3 feet. We're looking at the,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let it go down. There you go.
that's level.
All right.
We've got Courtney and Freddie. What are you working on?
This is gonna be the front.
The front where it'll rest, the brands will rest on it?
Yep.
Are you gonna have the hole to it right here? Why off-centered like that?
Well, that's the way I seen it in the picture.
There's 3 things that they're getting judged on. We've got creativity and originality, followed by overall presentation and completion. Lastly, the technical parts of the welds, how they fit it, and if it's got any defects. These guys are in charge of numbering those, and then I'm in charge of taking home the winner.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to freehand like that with the oxy-fuel torch.
Yep, it's a great concept. It's just whether or not they're gonna have time to finish it.
Yeah, each team's got to decide where they want to put their effort, whether it's on the design or creativity or like the welding.
Right there.
Look at that. That one right in.
Well, this flat side first over here. Hey, before you weld this out right here, get with me because we're going to pull it up a little bit.
We're almost to the 15-minute mark. It looks like Freddie and Courtney, James and Serai, they're the only ones with legs on their branding pots. Jamie and Shannon are really close. Looks like Bailey and Zoe are lagging behind. But again, a lot can happen in 15 minutes with these skilled of welders, you know, like they can tack things on, they can weld really fast. So they may already have something cut up and ready to go on there, and all they gotta do is weld it.
You want me to finish that? You want to weld the legs right for me?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Bring it in.
Right
Hold on.
now?
Hold on. Okay, now go.
You need to get the legs on.
So I've been super surprised by Bailey and Zoe. Theirs came together really fast. They're gonna be almost done. We got 10 minutes left. Jamie and Shannon, they still gotta put the legs on theirs. Their actual tank looks good, but they need legs. I would say James and Serai, they're probably the most done. Freddie and Courtney, they were having a little trouble earlier, but it looks like they got it together. I like their legs the best. I like that height. I like that it just looks more stable. You know, in the branding pin, especially when I'm roping, it's gonna get wild. Calves are gonna be going everywhere, and that looks stout. Like it's got a wide base, and it gets hit, it won't go down easy.
Does this have to be welded all the way around?
Yeah, I got to take the grind and clean it up a little bit.
The only thing that makes me nervous about this vertical one is that sucker might fall over easily. When Dale Brisby catches one high on the hawk with one leg and he goes wheeling around, Pat knocks everybody down, what's gonna happen to the branding pot? But the welds, A+. I don't know what they're doing, but I like it. That's sharp. I like how clean they made it. Just picture me walking up in my leggings, get my... All right, boys, brand them.
See, that one's higher.
Yeah, I put it on the wrong damn one.
Freddie, the way he's like heating that up and bending it, dang, super great and in line, like You see him watching. See, look at it.
Spring down. Got 8 minutes. Here we go. Get this back side.
So this on the front is, you put your branding iron in the pot, and then you set it down on that rest. Freddie and Courtney have one. Seri and James have one. Yeah, they've got one over there, but I don't know how they're gonna make it work with the hooks on the vertical one.
All right, get both sides of those. Okay, hold it right there.
These guys over here, see, we actually cut out the brands for them, right? And they stuck it on top, welded it on top.
Yeah.
I thought, oh boy, they made a mistake, right?
Right.
But then they went ahead and made their own brand, RR.
Oh, man. You want to win, right?
Hey, we gotta cut that hole.
Huh?
We gotta cut that hole.
All right. Hey, cut one in there right quick, quick.
Get as good a practice that you can. We gotta hurry up. Tack this right here, hurry. Tack this right here, hurry. All the way around, tack it all the way around. All the way around.
All right, what do you think? That last little bit kind of got slapped together.
Try and get those last welds out.
Here, just catch this right here. We only got a minute.
Looks like James and Seri are just hanging out. They're done. We've got Courtney and Freddie almost done. They've got to a stopping point, and looks like Shannon and Jamie are not done. 30 seconds.
There's a gap.
Huh?
There's a hole.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody put your tools down. Great job. Great job. We just completed the 60-minute round 2, and we're gonna bring up each contestant, look at their project, and check it out. So we're gonna start with James and Seri. Looks like they finished it. How'd you feel about it?
Feels good and got it done. It's kind of what we were looking for. You know, if we had a little more time, it'd be a little better, but she did a good job welding. We cut it apart and put it back together a couple times.
Your propane's gonna come in here, and they even made a branding iron, everybody. So the branding iron will rest on this arm just like that. This is 100% functional for a radiator ranch.
Considering the hour you had to do this, you guys did a stand-up job. Originally we cut that for actually the brand, but I like how you made your own brand with the radiator ranch. Everything considered, I think you guys did an awesome job.
You guys came in 4th in round number 1. We'll see how you turn out in round number 2. Next up, we're gonna go with Jamie and Shannon. And they're gonna bring in their branding iron, branding pot. Here they come. Oh, here it is. It's actually on the ground. Looks like you guys all but finished it. You got everything except the legs, which it's still functional. Hey,
You just put some dirt under there and
put some dirt under it, put the
won't
branding iron
overheat.
on the ground. Tell me, what do you guys think about it?
You know, had some legs, tried to make a little tripod situation last minute and it didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, I like how they did the bends on this, on the handle. Those looked like good angles. It's tacked on right there. The welds around the caps I thought looked good. They cleaned those up with the grinder. It's always nice to see stuff, nice and smooth. So I think overall this is an awesome, start. Just put some legs on it, or like you said, you use it without legs, no problem. So
Yeah, it's a portable unit, but yeah, the end caps look great. The welds look good, and overall, what you did weld was good.
Pretty great branding iron pot. Really good job, guys. Next up, we're gonna bring in Bailey and Zoe and check out their pot. Next up, we've got Zoe and Bailey. If you remember in round 1, they took the number 1 place, so let's see their branding iron pot. This sucker is unique.
Well, that's what we were going for, was being creative. You look them up and you see them all the time running horizontal. Figured we'd stand it up and give it something unique. We got the extra little hooks on there to hold your different brand irons you put in there.
What do you think about it, Bailey?
I enjoyed it. I had fun building it. I actually felt like we were working better together on this one than we did on the last round. So it was a lot of fun and I couldn't complain about it.
Well, I like the functionality of it. It seems like something that you can put kind of in the corner of the pen when you're branding calves. It'll be out of the way, so it's a little bit different. I do like how short the legs are too, you know, because it is taller, but it's not that much taller than a horizontal branding iron pot.
I think it's great, very creative. It's not easy to cut those hooks by hand, and you did a great job, so got to give you some credit for that.
You know, a lot of this is just tacked, not full welds on there, but again, to get it done, you do what you got to do. You know, maybe the legs could be a little more secured in there, but you know, 10 more minutes on it, you finish that up and be good to go.
Great job to Bailey and Zoe, our round 1 winners. Next up, we're going to go to Freddie and Courtney's branding iron pot. Freddie and Courtney said they're looking for some redemption in round number 2. Let's see how their branding iron pot came out. Woo, looks almost complete. Maybe it is complete. Standing up, looking good. Propane coming in on this end. You got the rest there. They even completed an actual branding iron. So, wow, tell us what you think about it.
Time management, definitely we were a little bit better this time, but still didn't finish quite the way we wanted to. But I think all in all, it turned out good.
We had a couple of old crap moments, but once we got rolling, we tried to knock it out the park.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it looks good. I like this weld around on the propane inlet guide there. The caps, this end is a little, you know, some missed welds there. Again, it's in place though. A few more minutes to weld that up, no problem. I think overall looks good. The legs are nice fit up on the legs.
Pretty good. The cuts are pretty good on the opening here. They're nice and even and straight, and welds on the top here look really slick.
All right, our 4th team came in strong. We're going to tally up the points and see where everybody lands. Round number 2. And the winner is, drum roll please, James and Sarai. They came in last in round 1, but they're winning round 2. So stick around for round 3, where we're going to make a Santa Maria grill. You're not going to want to miss episode 3 of Tulsa Welding School's Top Welder. Thanks for watching episode 2. Look out for episode 3 coming soon, old son.